Whew. So, at the time of me recording this, it is the day before New Year's Eve. And I just, I'm tired of the message of, oh, as we move into the new year, here are some things that you can expect for yourself, or these are things that you should work on for yourself. What are you, everyone knows. Everyone knows. If you're watching this, you know that the new year is coming. You know what you've done all this year and all of what you want to accomplish next year. You've heard the pep talk. You've heard the whatever message that somebody has put out there to remind you that you are worthy and capable. But I guess that's also a portion of that is exactly what I'm going to tell you today. When I first started making these videos, when I first started doing any kind of reading, I was hoping that I would create it for someone that could relate to my story, someone that is going through what I'm going through, and then they would find hope and inspiration from it. But after a while, that just found itself, it found me in a place where I was getting tired of recording. I was tired of doing the work because it just felt like there was no input being given back. Like I wasn't getting the reciprocation of it, of the effort. And so now I've just I'm kind of over it. I'm done doing that. This isn't helping me. The way that I was approaching it was not helping me, in the sense that I am looking for my own growth. I'm looking for my own development in life. And so creating the videos will always, from now on, be about me. Sorry to say it, but it will always be about me. And if you are able to take from what I'm sharing and apply it to yourself, then by all means, take from it. But I will always, I feel like from now on, I'm just going to speak to myself. That's all it really is. So maybe somebody will watch this in the future or watch another thing in the future and they'll go, oh, I wonder if he's crazy because he's just talking to himself. Like literally, I'm going to start doing that. But, that I guess it never really should have been the point. I guess it always should have been the point, it shouldn't have always been the point, but you know what I'm saying, is that it should always have been the point of you're making the content for yourself. And if you need to hear that today, I hope you let it sink in, because it took me a while to accept that, to appreciate that. The content is for yourself. It's not for anybody else. Because in a world where we're living in the immediate gratification, right? We're wanting the validation from the likes and the reposts and the comments about, oh, I like that, it makes so much sense, and yada, yada, yada. And, honestly, after a while, that doesn't do you any good either. If anything, it just makes it worse. It just makes it so much worse. Because now you're, like I mentioned, you're not making it for you. You're making it for somebody that has yet to show up on your video. And I don't know. So today we're going to do numerology card reading. So Joseph, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Look, we understand that you've been on a road, on a path of discovering, of trying to understand why you are stagnant, why things just aren't working out for the better, or things are working out for the better. And I think we think you know that. We understand that you are stressed, that you are frustrated, that you want the money to come in right now, but there is no time like the present to just pursue your dreams here, to just go for it, to stop asking for permission, to just simply be you. And like you had mentioned just earlier, asking for the validation when you've created the video is not serving you any. You need to create your videos for the sole intention of being plugged into yourself, being open to loving yourself and exploring the opportunities that come up with self-revelation, when you've been honest and you've been vulnerable with yourself out in the open and just said, you know what, I'm sick and tired of this runaround, of this facade, and it's time to just be me. What do I want? Why in the world am I going to pursue a career that is only just going to bring in money and only just going to make other people believe that I've got my shit together? Why would you do that? That has nothing to do with you. What other people think of you is nothing to do with you. What you think of yourself is exactly what matters. And we've told you this time and time again. As we've got some cards coming out here, we want you to consider that there is a time and place for you to, show up and put your best face on and put your best foot forward. But there is most of the time that you are just required to be your authentic self, to just be you without the fear or the worry of the pushback of what will happen if you do what you've always wanted to do, which is to act, dude. Stop sitting here on your fucking ass going, oh, I can't do it because I don't have any money. Bitch, please, you've got a fucking phone. You've got the fucking tools on your computer to edit. Just record something. Stop sitting there going, oh, I can't. I need some money. Well, yeah, you got to pay your bills. We know that. But did you ever stop and think that maybe we will give you the money when you need the money, not right when you want the money? So moving forward, what is the empowering guidance for yourself? Domestic harmony. You're not going to see that in the car, well, look, just do the fucking reversal on the Premiere Pro when you've done the editing work. But look, domestic harmony is the first card that's coming out here. Not because, yes, we're encouraging you, clean your fucking house, all right? It looks kind of clean in this shot, that's great, but clean your fucking house, okay? That's number one. Number two, domestic harmony is about how you feel inside, not just about how you feel in your home environment. Domestic harmony is an internal thing too. Do you love yourself? Do you appreciate the things that you are doing for you? When you wake up in the morning, are you groaning because you're like, oh, yet another day? Or are you excited because you have an opportunity to explore, go even deeper into your passions, hobbies, all that jazz here? And that starts with just the acceptance of who you are. Domestic harmony, being in balance, in self-appreciation and self-love for yourself. And like we're saying, self-love, of course, we've got the self-love card here. Stop going to the gym thinking that you got to get any different, make your body any different. You're working out for you. You're not working out for the other dudes. You're not working out because you're going to get a boyfriend. You're not working out because you want to impress everybody with your physique. You're working out because you need to stay healthy. Your body needs the exercise. It needs that exercise. Just acknowledge, I'm going to the gym because I need to go to the gym for my physical and mental well-being, not because I want to look some kind of way by the time I turn 30. And yes, we're calling you out on that because, girl, what in the world are you sitting here going, oh, well, I just want to look like them and I want to have the ass and I want to have yeah, you want all that in a bag of chips. But look, this is about taking time to work on you and nobody else. Okay? Self-love is the best kind of love. And it starts with just accepting that you are where you're at because of where you're at. All the choices that you made in your past, you can't change them, but now where we're at is acknowledging that we are choosing something different. Loving the self for showing up presently and being able to do the work now versus sitting there thinking, looking in your rearview mirror, thinking about, oh, all the times I could have, would have, should have. That's not helping you. Self-love is about acknowledging, what am I doing right now to get the best healing outcome? What is happening for me right now where I am feeling safe, I'm secure, I'm able to follow through on my dreams, my hopes, my aspirations here? Self-love is the best kind of love, and you're not going to find that from somebody else. You're going to find that from within. Do the work to just Love on you. So that way you can attract that partner. They're not going to be attracted to your ass. They're going to be attracted to your heart. As you've seen time and time again, you've got those, moths going to a flame because they're all like, oh, there's just something about you that I'm drawn to. Yeah, because they recognize what's in you. Not because they are, yes, they have their own manly, fleshly desires, but majority of what they're attracted to is the energy that is within you. And we are asking you to just show up for yourself and love yourself as much as these hoe-ass men out there trying to love on you. Yes, I said hoe-ass men, and I will say it again. Financial discipline is coming out here too. Stop spending your money. Stop spending your money on snacks. Stop spending your money on, the TikTok coins, on the extra things you don't need, okay? It's time to dial it back. It's time to be aware that you've got some debt to pay off. You've got some bills to pay. You've got some money to save, okay? So what can you do to actually make sure that the money is going in your pocket, not going to somebody else? It's not that you don't want to donate to the reader because, she's giving you a great advice or great guidance or whatever, but be mindful of this is your financial future, not theirs. Okay? You have to be selfish in this place to find the financial freedom that you've been driving yourself to having. Thinking about, oh, I'm going to go into IT because that's going to give me financial freedom. No, the financial freedom starts from you just managing your money in the first place. Do that fucking TurboTax thing that we've shown you that you should be looking at. Learn how to save the money. Learn how to do your own damn taxes so you don't have to keep paying TurboTax every fucking year to do your work here. You want to have the excuse of, oh, they're taking my money on how to file my taxes. They are telling you, we'll take your money, but we're also going to tell you how to do your taxes if you just learn the thing, right? That way they have a loophole out there to say, oh, well, we offered them the opportunity to learn, but they just didn't take it. Girl, take the financial literacy classes, do what you need to do to be saving the money so that way when you move into this next year, you have the opportunity to fucking move. And for everybody else that's watching this video, yes, TurboTax has some financial literacy classes on how to file your taxes. It goes all the way from you being working at a freaking coffee shop or working as a sole proprietor, working as an LLC. So you need to take the fucking classes so y'all can stop paying the money to the corporation that is also like stealing from you. And we said it. They are stealing from you. Find a way to file your own taxes. You learn how to do it the right way. You won't have to ask somebody to do it ever again. Okay? Last card that's coming out here is the healing. You thought that this was going to be a little cutesy little reading here where it was like, oh, I'm just going to ask what's in my highest good. Yeah, we're telling you what's in your highest good, but it's not sugar-coated here because as we're moving into this new year, as you wanted to just be like, oh no, I don't want to keep repeating the fucking message. Yeah, you do need to repeat the goddamn message because look, when we're talking about healing, when we're talking about moving into an abundant mindset, abundant space here, we're asking you to but we're asking you to shadow work. Shadow work. It seems like this topic that can never be fully explained about what it is, what it's not. Shadow work is just simply the opportunity you take to address the parts of self that are holding you back. That's all it really is. The darker half of you, the self-sabotaging part of you, that's the shadow work here. So we're asking you, as you're watching this reading, as you're playing it back, to write in your freaking journal and ask yourself, why am I self-sabotaging? What am I so afraid of? Healing begins when we acknowledge truthfully what is working and what is not working. Not sugarcoating, not acting like, oh, well, it's kind of working and I'm making some progress. No, it's either you're making progress or you're not making progress. Are you doing the work or are you not doing the work? Are you procrastinating or are you not procrastinating? Like, what is it, girl? What, you can't just sit there and blend the things together because you feel like this is your way of just giving yourself space and holding compassion. Compassion is only going to work for so long, Miss Ma'am. It's only going to work for so long. And then you're going to find yourself in the same repetitive loop, doing the same damn thing over and over and over again, asking yourself, well, why am I not making any progress? Well, guess what? Because you held compassion and grace for yourself more than you needed to. You used that as an excuse. You used that as an excuse, as a means of holding yourself back, of not really doing the work, not taking the inventory about what is not working. and actually figuring out how you're going to stop doing the thing that is holding you back, right? Actually putting down some action steps of today I'm gonna do this, and if it doesn't work out, then this is what I'm gonna do instead. And if that doesn't work out, well, we'll find out if it doesn't work out, because at the very least, I'm gonna put in the effort to make sure that this does work. Not having a plan C through Z because you're like so, anticipating that you're not gonna do the work. Maybe try to show up the first time, okay? Maybe actually get up and say, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna commit to this. We get it. There's life stressors and there's all this stuff going on in the world, and finding healing, finding a place to center and ground yourself is difficult when you turn on the news and you see that somebody's taking your money, taking your rights, taking all the extras. And did you ever stop and think that it's written that way for you to panic? Let's stop and think for a second. How much work can you do on your own to fix that situation? Not a damn thing. But what you can do is fix your own personal situation. You can change the way you feel about yourself. You can change the way you think about yourself. And in turn, you'll change the way that you show up for yourself. If you turn off the news, if you delete the news app, if you delete the TikTok, you delete the YouTube, you delete the whatever thing that has got you sucked in, maybe it'll give you some time to focus on yourself. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable because you're not going to have something in front of your little face on a little screen to tell you how to behave and how to feel and how to show up for yourself. But at least you're going to have the time to sit there and go, oh, this is what silence feels like and sounds like. And now I'm actually going to take my time and working on myself. You don't have to post an update about what you do, and just do the work. The healing card is coming out here because many of us, many of you, specifically you, Joseph, are sitting there going, oh, this is how you're going to do the work, and this is how you're going to show up, and this is how you're going to, but you're not doing it. But you're not doing it. You're not doing it. I'm going to say it again. You're not doing it. And if this is tough love for you and it's difficult for you to sit with this and hear yourself say that to yourself, you're not showing up for yourself, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to say. Yeah, we said it. Did you want me to go, oh, you've had a hard year. Bitch, we fucking know it's been a hard year. Of course we know it's been a hard year. Everyone's having a freaking hard year. Just show up and do it. Show up and show out. You see Beyonce out there doing the freaking halftime show. She showed up. She put in the work for the rehearsal. She impressed so many damn people. Given the fact that all this shit is going on, just because she has a lot of money don't mean that she's not a human being feeling the emotions as a black woman. Let's acknowledge that. And you, as a gay black man, are having the opportunity to sit with yourself and say, okay, of all the things I've gone through, of all the things I've endured and conquered, how am I showing up now? I'm tired is the response most of you are giving yourself, is the response that Joseph is giving himself. But it doesn't mean that we have to sit here and go, I can't do anything. I can't take one step forward. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, one giant leap for you, one giant leap for Joseph, one giant leap for the collective. Just taking one freaking step forward. Stop sitting there on the couch going, I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I don't have any money. Girl, yes, you do. You're spiritually abundant. Do you ever think that manifestation works for, is there for a reason? Spells are there for a reason, right? We are asking you to just consider using your tools. Also work on the tools for yourself. Maybe cast a spell to increase your positivity, to increase the way that you feel about yourself. Y'all too worried about the money. Did you ever think about putting in a spell to change the way that you think about the world? The way that your relationships are working out or not working out? We're not talking about putting somebody, forcing somebody to do something against their will. We're not talking about that kind of spell work. We're talking about the work of maybe just healing the energy, the connection between you and somebody else. You ever think about a spell for that? You ever think about a spell to heal the inner wounds, the childhood trauma? Nah, y'all too busy worried about, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to be able to go on that trip? How am I going to be able to get the Bugatti? Nobody cares about the freaking Birkin bag from Walmart. No one freaking cares. That ain't going to hold your tears. That'll just hold nothing but more of your tears, worries, and sorrows. Okay? Enough of the venting here. We're just saying, do the work on the healing. Do the work on the healing. Just do the work on the healing. That's all we're asking you to do. We love you. If all the things, we love you as you're moving into the new year. Love yourself just as much as we love you and we see you showing up. This has been your numerology card reading for the day, and I hope you have a wonderful new year.